Yesterday was rough. Your ASD husband had a meltdown or a severe shutdown, and today the house feels quiet, tense, and fragile. And you, the NT wife, are wondering, should I say something? Should I wait? I wonder if he's mad at me. Will this all happen again? So if you've ever felt lost in the day after, this video is for you. I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step repair process, one that reduces pressure, prevents re-triggering, and opens a path back to connection gently, respectfully, and predictably. I'm Mark Hutton, and I work with neurodiverse couples online who are trying to bridge the communication gap, especially during high-intensity moments. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to re-engage your ASD husband after a meltdown or shutdown. You're going to learn why a no-contact period is essential for nervous system recovery, how to communicate safety during the first 24 hours, and what specific language helps your ASD husband return to connection without feeling pressured. First, let's normalize what's happening. A meltdown or shutdown is not a choice. It's not manipulation. It's not he doesn't love you, doesn't care about you, and so on. It's a neurological overwhelm response. The day after, your ASD husband has not recovered. In fact, many adults on the autism spectrum describe this period as feeling hungover, emotionally disorganized, ashamed of losing control, terrified of doing it again, and hypersensitive to any sign of conflict. If you try to talk too soon, your ASD husband may experience it as pressure, criticism, or a demand that he can't meet. So the question becomes, how do you reconnect with someone whose nervous system is still recovering? How do you show that you care without triggering defensiveness or retreat? We begin with the most counterintuitive step for the first 4 to 24 hours, depending on intensity. Most ASD adults need a no-contact recovery window. This doesn't mean silence with resentment. It means silence with purpose. During this time, the ASD brain is recalibrating. His sensory and emotional thresholds are still elevated. And any attempt at emotional discussion, even a soft one, is going to feel like too much. Here's what a no-contact period communicates. You're safe. I'm not pushing you. You can take your time. And here's what it is not saying. It's not abandonment. It's not punishment. It's not rejection. So if you're the NT spouse, your job during this period is simply to create perceived safety, not conversation. Now, when the time comes to break the no-contact window, do not start with spoken conversation. Verbal communication has pace, tone, facial expressions, and emotional intensity that can overwhelm a recovering ASD nervous system. Instead, use written communication, text, note, or a message. Why written first? Your ASD spouse can process the message at his pace. There's no facial cues to decode. He doesn't feel pressure to respond immediately. He can regulate privately. So here's a script that works extremely well. Write it down. Hey, just checking in. I hope you're getting the time you need. I'm here and there's no pressure to talk. When you feel ready, even just a quick thumbs up is totally fine. That signals safety, emotional neutrality, and zero demands. Now, when your ASD partner finally responds, maybe it's a thumbs up, maybe it's a short message, you still avoid emotional content. You shift into what I call low demand, low emotion reentry language. Here's some examples. Thanks for checking in. I'm glad you're getting some rest. No rush on talking. We can reconnect whenever you're ready. Everything's okay on my end. We can just do a calm evening. No conversation needed. Do you see the pattern? It's simple, predictable, low pressure. What you're doing is showing conversation is available, but not demanded. This is the opposite of emotional flooding, which ASD partners often fear after a meltdown. Now, once your partner feels stable enough to return to reconnection, your goal is gentle relational reentry, not problem solving. So what does soft reentry look like? Sharing the same room quietly, watching a show together, preparing food side by side, a short walk, silent companionship. You notice what's missing in there? Talking about what happened. That conversation comes later when his executive functioning is online and his shame response has stabilized. For now, the goal is simply return to co-regulation without emotional intensity. Eventually, sometimes a few hours later, sometimes a day later, the window opens for a clearer conversation. You'll know your ASD spouse is ready if you see more eye contact, small attempts at humor, relaxed shoulders, a proactive engagement. And when this window appears, use a structured neutral opener. Here's your script. It's now a good time to review what happened yesterday. If not, we can schedule a time that works better for you. Once again, that script is predictable, non-accusatory, and choice-based. During the discussion, focus on regulation and prevention, not blame. Keep sentences concrete and present-focused. For example, next time, let's make sure we both take a cooling-off period. Or, it helps me when I know what kind of space you need. Or, let's create a plan for the next overload. So, in summary, the day after a meltdown is a repair opportunity, not damage control. When you follow this process, in other words, no contact recovery, written first communication, low emotion language, gentle reentry, structured conversation, you create an environment where your ASD husband feels safe enough to reconnect and confident enough to stay connected. Okay, so if this helps you, hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who's navigating a neurodiverse relationship. And if you want personalized guidance, check the links below for coaching options, courses, and worksheets to support both partners on this journey. Would you like to schedule a paid private coaching session? This will be in the form of a face-to-face Zoom call. Underneath any of my videos, you'll see this Calendly link. If you click on that link, it'll open up my calendar. You can pick the available days and times that works for your schedule. You'll get a follow-up email immediately after purchasing a session that will have the Zoom link that coincides with the day and time that you picked. I will get an email too that you scheduled a session, and I will be available on that exact day and time, and we will talk. I look forward to working with you.